So the Mai trailer just came out today, and yeah, it was not a bad trailer. I'm gonna start with that. It was not a bad trailer, actually. I think she has a lot of cool stuff. Is this character will I be trying out? I don't think so. Like, I tried out Terry, and I'm just like, I haven't really gotten the flow with that yet. Maybe I'll even use him a little bit in the future. Maybe in the future, I don't know. But her, no. I've never been a Mai fan, even when I was playing King of Fighters and, you know, just SNK properties. I've never been a fan of her, so I'm just like, no. I do think she looks good, though. Like, visually, like, the flame visuals look amazing. She has an install for one, which is like, what? And a level 1 install by it, mind you. So it's like, you're going to be seeing that a lot. I'm not sure how that's going to work. We're probably going to see that in the breakdown because she's coming out soon in February 2nd. So we don't have that. We don't have too long, essentially. Yeah, I don't really know. Because like the feeling's kind of like a bit of a haze. Like, yeah, the Mai trailer dropped. Are you excited? I'm like, no, not really, per se. Because I don't know, man. I'm kind of just waiting for season 3, in my opinion, because season 3 is about to be crazy. We're gonna get new mechanics and everything. So I'm kind of just waiting for season like Elena. I'm a bit more excited for, honestly, just to see how her healing mechanic's gonna work, because I know they're gonna use the drive gauge from what I heard. So I'm like, okay, there's something there. But here with Mai, I'm just like, yeah, she made it in the game, and yeah, that's all right. So that's honestly how I feel about just her entering in the game. Gameplay looks good. She looks like she could potentially be a really good zoner in a way, with like the install with the fence especially too, and how she can throw multiple fence, and she was out zoning Ryu, and Ryu is really good at zoning, especially with his Denjin charge. So it's like she can beat him. So I'm like, who else can she beat? Could she potentially beat Guile or something like that? I'm really curious about that, like how that's going to work out, like the damage output and the certain fan toss, it bounces off the opponent and like lands on your head. So it could probably potentially be an overhead, and you could do a cross up, or not cross up, but like a mix up where you can hit a low or grab him like they did in the trailer. So there's like multiple options there of what you can do. So I'm like, what the freak? Literally, you can get yourself out of interesting situations with that thing. And from my understanding, I don't think Mai's ever had like a DP, like a flash kick. She has a flash kick or something like that. And I'm like, is that new? I don't think she's ever had that before. So that's kind of cool. That's the thing that's like kind of blew my like my eyes got wide. Like she has a flash kick in this game. I mean, it makes sense because it's Street Fighter, so it's like, okay, all right, cool. I'm like, wow, that kind of threw me off a little bit there. But for the most part, I'm just saying, I'm seeing doing my stuff. I think visually how she looks in the game, like her face, I know a lot of people rag on us like, man, this other version of Mai looks better, this other version of Mai looks better. I think she looks fine given the game that she's in. Like, I think she fits the Street Fighter 6 art style well, so not really complaining about that, because like you could say like she didn't look really too well in DOA, and I think she looked well enough in that game as well. It was just for the game's art style. It's like, yeah, that's Mai. Am I saying, man, this is the best Mai ever? No, it's probably gonna go to SNK because that's their character. So you know, so I'm like, I'm not really mad or anything about it. I'm just like, it fits. Honestly, it mainly comes to gameplay, and I gotta say, to sum up everything that I'm saying essentially about Mai, is like, yeah, she's cool. The only thing I can say is, man, and I think this is gonna go for everybody that's not going to use her, she's going to be very annoying fighting against her. I think she's going to be a problem, like somewhat, only because of how her fans work and how she has mix-up potential. She's an air grab, which do a lot of damage. There's just a lot of things I'm just like, I'm gonna get annoyed by you. You have an install, brother. You know how hard it is for, I was gonna say Jamie, but Jamie got buff. He's probably fine. From my memory, at least, I think he's a lot better. He ain't top tier or anything, but he's doing well. Honestly, he's probably gonna get another buff. Think about it, next season, he's probably gonna get another buff. But just, she looks like an annoying character, and I think that's the best summarization for me. Like in my review of her, like seeing the gameplay, I'm like, man, cool. You know, I'm not gonna use her. I like Terry a lot more. Should she have made it in the DLC? That's debatable, but it doesn't really matter. She's here now, and she looks, like I said, looks cool. But I'm not gonna use her. But I'm gonna be mad at her. When I fight her, I'm gonna be mad at her. That's probably gonna be the ultimate thing. I'm gonna be mad at her, and that's it. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on the Mai trailer and how I feel about it. Honestly, I think she's going to be a problem just because the move she has with the fans toss, and how she's like a charge fan where you throw it, and guess what? It bounces off. It's going to hit you again. You can probably backstep it. Seems like she's a lot of options here and there, but we're going to see the breakdown soon enough. Like I said, she comes out February 2nd, so the breakdown will probably be at like the end of January, probably like somewhere in the 20th, maybe the 21st or something like that. So, well, it shouldn't be too long for a breakdown, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So Hope you guys have a great day, a great night, a great noon, or whatever time period is up, man. And I'll see you guys in the next video.